Hi everybody, it's time for your Farm and Ranch News, and today we're producing another program from this year's Montana and Wyoming Barley and Sugar Beet Symposium underway here in Billings, Montana, where one of this year's featured presenters is my good friend Luther Markwart from Washington, D.C., and the Executive Director of the American Sugar Beet Growers Association. Luther, there is some exciting news going on right now with the U.S. sugar beet industry. Give us a recap of last year's phenomenal year.
Well, we've had just a great year. We had a phenomenal production year. Growers have been using the Roundup Ready technology. We had a great growing season. So a crop came out of the ground that was just wonderful. So we've had temperatures that are allowing us to process that crop very well. And prices are very good right now. So growers can look back on a great crop, some good prices now, and I think we're looking at a strong market going into the future. So on that front, growers can be very happy.
Now, we have heard a little bit of news here of late regarding Roundup Ready sugar beets and biotechnology really across agriculture as a whole. Let's talk about some of the benefits, though. Stay away from the litigation, the benefits of Roundup Ready beets.
Well, certainly it just brings a lot of benefits to growers. It's in terms of the environment, we're using a lot less harsh pesticides and herbicides as we go through this process. It's giving us better yields because we're not stunning the growth of the plant every time we put on a conventional herbicide. So those kinds of things have been very helpful for us. We're able to manage weeds much better than we have with our conventional herbicides.
You know, as we talk about the U.S. sugar industry and beet farmers and cane farmers alike, it's important to point out that sugar growers here in this country still produce the highest quality product available.
Absolutely, and it's locally grown. We've got 146,000 jobs in the U.S. sugar industry. We're putting $10 billion into the U.S. economy, and we're doing it at no cost to the U.S. taxpayer. And that's what we're excited about, particularly as Congress comes and begins to focus on how we cut spending in government. You can look at a sugar policy that hasn't cost anything since 2002 and not projected to cost anything for the next 10 years.
And how fun is it for other companies out there like Pepsi this past year to embrace U.S. sugar growers and maybe do a throwback to the old Pepsi days using real domestic sugar?
Absolutely, and that's a product that has really captured the desire for consumers. I know out here in Wyoming they're continuing to produce it, and actually we're going to honor Admiral Beverage for their fine work in putting out a great product with beet sugar from Moreland, Wyoming.
Well, thanks a lot for coming our way this week.
Thank you. Great to be here.
All right, Luther Markwart, the Executive Director of the American Sugar Beet Growers Association from Washington, D.C. Stay with us. We'll have a quick look at those ag markets right after this.
Hey, honey, it's me. Can you start the washing machine?
Technology. It's not really my strong suit, but I get by. Figured out how to program my thermostat, and that saves me $280 a year. Just by pushing a few buttons. Not bad, huh? What can you do? Find out at togetherwesave.com.
Energy saving tips brought to you by Tri-State and your local Touchstone Energy cooperatives. Always looking out for you.
Tire-Rama will get you there. So much more than a tire store. Tire-Rama, the service never ends. The best tires for the Northwest. Tire-Rama, where you got a friend. Quality products, names you can trust. Tire-Rama, and on us. Tire-Rama, Tire-Rama will get you there.
Let's go ahead now and take a quick look at some of those ag markets this week at Torrington Livestock there in eastern Wyoming. 3,000 head of feeder cattle. Looks like those 5 to 6 weight steers were $3 to $6 higher this week, $139 to $157.50, and those 6 to 7 weights between $129 and $141. And it's turned out to be a pretty decent week for the U.S. grain markets as we look at that 12% winter wheat price across the region, $6.86 to $7.60 a bushel, and your 14% spring wheat, $8.78 to $9.17. For all your ag markets, visit us online today at northernag.net. That's a look at your farm and ranch news. I'm Russell Nimitz.